Good Tuesday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldrich, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. On behalf of Weigel's Fuel and Food that's fast, fresh, and friendly, here's your East Tennessee weather update. Got to tell you one amazing thing. At a Weigel's near you is the all-new banana pudding milk. If you are a fan of the dessert, the iconic southern dessert that is known as banana pudding, you will love the banana pudding milk. Go bananas for flavor. It's at a Weigel's near you. And guess what? It's only around for a limited time. It's one of the great creations, the latest creations that Weigel's has in the milk category. By the way, it's just better when it's fresh, farm to store in 24. Just better when it's with Tennessee cows. Gotta love that. And oh yes, banana pudding milk, all new. Go bananas for flavor. Got to talk about the weather because you know what's happening? Things are changing. Now, you're not going to know that today because you said, I heard it was going to be sunny. It is. It's going to be sunny again. Now, yesterday, I did some checking here because I take notes. Yesterday's high was 66 degrees. The record high yesterday was 73 from 2008. We didn't hit that record, but it was warm. And today will be probably pretty close to 60. We didn't cool that much in Knoxville. Many areas around town. Take a look. You can see. In fact, I didn't see here. Maybe I can show you the temperatures. There it is. 41 in Knoxville. We didn't cool much at McKee Tyson. It's like everybody's in the 30s except Knoxville and Madisonville. What's going on there? It's 28 in Sevierville. So there is some variability. I was expecting to get a lot cooler, but the fact that we're not cooling much in Knox County probably will put us back around 60 or maybe even higher the way things are going because we didn't cool that much overnight. Now, many of you, like I'm looking at Jacksboro, you're at 30, Middlesboro, 29. So there's some variability, but either there's something wrong with the thermometer at McKee Tyson, which I doubt, or the fact that there's just some variability. That's just part of the way it goes. Oak Ridge is at 37, but here at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's 41 degrees in Knoxville, but 35 in Crossville, 35 in Jamestown. So if you're heading out the door, you're going to find some variability, no doubt. I want to say good morning to you if you're on the call. Hey, it is Tuesday. I have an updated 7-day forecast that you'll be talking about for hours because it includes some snow. In the 7-day forecast, maybe. You got to stick with me. Stay with me. Your mind will be blown. Might be. Anyway, stay with me. Anyway, if you're on YouTube, I see a little great note from someone who's speaking Spanish. I need a translation, but I do appreciate him being here. If you're on YouTube, let me know. Maybe an English comment. I'll be able to recite it. Fred says, good morning, David. Love the Weigel's coffee. I do, too. Great to have you on here, Fred. Dennis Hatcher says, good morning. We have 39 degrees clear skies in Dandridge this morning. So glad to have Dennis here, as well as many of you that might want to leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer your questions. But temperatures this morning do vary from the 20s to 30s and 40s. So that's strange. I know. So some of you might want the heavier coat. Some might say, I don't need much of a coat at all. It's just 41 degrees in Knoxville proper. Temperatures 33 in Rockwood Harriman at this moment and 34 in Wartburg. I want to show you the big map. I say it's a big map. Shows the state. There's no precipitation to see here. All the talk, it seems like, has either been down in South Florida, now moving toward the Bahamas. That southern slider that brought us some high clouds on Sunday, that's how slow moving this thing is. It's just churning more thunderstorms around off the coast and into toward the Bahamas, moving away from Florida. But lots of lightning strikes off the coast. I don't see much snow here. Looks like the snow that was in Maine yesterday afternoon is gone. Looks like a few flurries near Calgary is gone. So what are you looking at, Aldrich? Oh, I see a powerful storm system that hit California. Well, maybe that's part of the ingredient we'll be looking at. A powerful storm in an El Nino situation hits California, flooding. It's all the talk about out in Los Angeles has been the flooding. They're still getting some flood advisories that now run till 5 a.m. Pacific time. So Hollywood, California, underwater under an El Nino, not uncommon. That's typically what they get is a very soggy outlook, and that's what they're dealing with. Now, back to our temperatures. We're at 28 Middlesboro, 30 in Jacksboro, 30 in Newport, and it's 28 degrees in Athens. Are your temperatures similar? If you have an observation, please share it to me. Share it with me. Melissa Sill says, good morning. Ready for some more sunshine? You're going to get that, Melissa. Glad to have you here. Denise Reagan Jarbo says, good frosty morning from Wallen. And coffee is better in my Captain Accurate coffee cup. Oh, great. Well, you can go to Weigel's and fill that up, perhaps. I'd love to have you see that. And it says, the groundhog says in early spring, what's going on? Yeah, Ed, you're going to, the groundhog is unavailable for interviews after the 2nd of February. I've learned that over the years. When the groundhog has a lot of shame, he's hard to reach when the media want to interview him. I think that might be the case. It's kind of ironic, don't you think? Anyway, let's talk about temperatures. 30 degrees right now in Newport, 37 in Morristown. I'd love to know what your temperature is. Maybe we can compare and contrast. Now, we don't have a lot of wind. I mean, it's 5 to 10, 7 miles an hour, but even a 7-mile-an-hour wind can make 41 feel like 36. 36, that's how it feels at McGee-Tyson right now. 33 is the wind chill. That feels like in Wartburg. It feels like it's freezing in Crossville, at 32. Now you look around the state, you look at Nashville 41, Knoxville 40. You wouldn't know that there's some 30s in between, but there are. It's 32 degrees Jackson, Kentucky, but 36 degrees in Jackson, Tennessee. So it just depends, I suppose, on where you are this morning on a Tuesday, the 6th of February. Tracking the clouds, we're not going to see a whole lot of those. What clouds? I don't see any clouds. Exactly. It's one of those situations where you might see a few wispy clouds that are in Illinois slide into town later today. There's not going to be a lot of cloud cover today, so a bright sun-filled day. That's why I want to get to the bus stop forecast. 6:45. I'll be done here in less than 15 minutes, I'm sure, but the bus stop shows temperatures going from 41 at Knoxville now to holding in the low 40s. There's still some potential cooling right through the 8 o'clock hour, certainly through 8:30. But by the time we hit 2 p.m., we should be around 57 now. And I suspect now I've bumped up a couple of degrees. We'll finish the day pretty close to 59. Sunrise is at 7:32 now and goes to bed at 6:08. Hey, that's a bullish sign for Team Spring. You've had all these little victories for Team Spring because that southern slider that's now in the Bahamas, it was a swing and a miss. Didn't affect us, really, outside of a few clouds. Oh, sure, they got some rain in Atlanta, and they got some rain in Huntsville, Alabama. But it was a swing and a miss. So now that we've enjoyed some beautiful days, you might think this is the way it's going to be. And I'm telling you, it's not. I am still consistent that winter will come back, and it may come back with a vengeance. It may come back with quite a bit of bravado, maybe some gusto. How about this? High temperature today does not look like snow to me. It looks like a spring day. Temperatures near 60. 59 Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Kingston. 57 for Morristown is what I expect. 56 for Middlesboro, and should eclipse the low 60s for parts of the Southern Valley. I have Tellico Plains and Madisonville at 61 today. Headlines, we're looking at a sunny day again today, mostly sunny Wednesday, and oh yes, rain to end the week. Rain to end the week, but next week, it's going to be interesting because I've had to make some adjustments. What does that look like? Well, you'll see. But I've made some adjustments of going into early next week. That may include some wintry weather. Temperature right now, 31 in Huntington, West Virginia. They're 10 degrees colder than we are. It's 31 in St. Louis, Missouri. And it's, 30 degrees in Minneapolis. These aren't terribly cold. I mean, Caribou, Maine, they're at 20 degrees. What are you looking at? What do you think? Oh, you think winter's going to come back? I do. I've said this for quite some time now. Winter will come back. And I ask you the question, who's hungry for more snow? What if we get some snow a lot sooner than even what I expected? Although it's probably within their keeping of what I expected. But let me show you what I'm talking about. The cold Arctic air over Canada will begin to show signs of coming down in chunks. So that means the main course, if the appetizer was the Martin Luther King storm, the snowstorm on MLK Jr. Day, and the days thereafter, we got bitterly cold. You remember we dropped? Do you remember how cold it got after the holiday? It was like 8, and then 0, and then 6, and then 5, or 5 and then 6. But 4 days in the mornings, it was brutal. It got cold, and that snow didn't disappear very fast. You know that. You know that. It took a little while for it to change. Now, we may not have it as long-lasting like that. May come in stages, but I think the very cold air will be coming back. Now, how long do I need to wait? I've had this little timeline, and 8 days until Valentine's Day. But what if I'm off by a couple of days? What do you mean off by a couple? Yeah, what if I'm off a couple of days? How do you live with yourself? What if it comes in on Monday? Well, that's like less than a week away. That would be. What if it came in? What if it came in sooner? Oh, how do you sleep at night? It's not easy being accurate. I tell you that all the time. Works both ways. It's not easy being accurate, but I do think it's coming. I do think it's coming. Maybe it's off a day or two. My premium members understand this. These things adjust. They buffer. They recalculate. Kind of like when you make a wrong turn in Siri or Apple Maps tells you to make the next turn. Make the next turn. It's kind of how it works. And you're going to be amazed about what I'm about to show you. Now, this is the future cast of the 5,000-foot temperatures. Notice all the warmth in green, right, through the 9th of, say, February. That's about Sunday. But once we go into the 12th, which is, I believe, Monday, you can see there's a little bit of a spin. Certainly by 13th, the colder air begins to work its way down. Now, the purple areas over the Great Lakes usually represent single-digit wind chills and highs in the teens and 20s. But we're going to be on the edge, as I think the models are just now beginning to detect this. So they're beginning to recalibrate and buffer and reinitiate, because that's all these models are. They're just a tool in the tool chest. Observations, that's another tool. We can see that it's gotten very cold in the Arctic, and it's going to come down in chunks. And we're going to see a very cold outlook as we head into the middle part of February, from Valentine's Day through President's Day and beyond. There's going to be some opportunities there. Now, this might blow your mind. It did mine just this morning. If it holds steady, I don't see if it does that, because sometimes this model will update even while I'm speaking. But this shows you all the new snow over the next couple of days. And I want you to look at, if it will come in here, I hope it'll fill in. Maybe it didn't. Oh, yeah. Now we see all the snow here. Now, if I change gears, because I thought you'd find this interesting, every 6 hours or so, we can get a new information, right? So I'm going to see if I can change for you, let's see here, the last run of this particular model. You ready for this? Now, this might blow your mind. Take a look at Georgia for me. Just look. This is all new snow projected by the model. See, they're just one tool in the tool chest. See if this will fill in. Oh, yeah. Was that pink area? Is that pink area about 12 inches? Yeah, it does. It shows about a foot of snow in southeast Georgia. Now, I don't know about you, but when the models start doing this kind of crazy thing, it says to me the pattern's changing, y'all. The pattern is changing. Some of the models have been putting over a foot of snow in southeast Georgia. Are you awake yet? This is the pattern that's changing, folks. So winter is coming back, may come back with a vengeance. And with each passing model run, everybody will overreact or react. I'm telling you, join us on Captain Accurate Premium. You will find a lot more information than what I'm sharing with you here, and you'll have the intel before it happens. Be the first to know before it snows. By the way, it's 41 degrees right now in Knoxville. 7-mile-an-hour wind makes it feel like it's 36. And if you take a look at the Valley Planner, we're looking for a sunny day. The average high now is 51. 51 degrees, yeah, that's the average. And with sunny skies, we should be pretty close to 60 today, the way things are trending for sure. By the way, if you haven't picked up the all-new banana pudding milk, it's Go Bananas for flavor. It's delicious. I've had 2 quarts. I may have to get my 3rd one today. I'm in the mood now for a banana pudding milk. And if you want to give yourself a treat, stop by Weigel's today and pick it up. Maybe while you're filling up your tank, you could go inside and grab a bottle of that. And it's just better when it's fresh. Farm to store in 24. It's just better when it's with Tennessee cows. I would agree. I think most of us would agree. All new banana pudding milk. Go banana for flavor. Go bananas for flavor. Give yourself a treat today, especially if you love banana pudding. If you are tempted to buy the dessert at any restaurant, you want to try the banana pudding milk. So we go back to the maps and see that a Valley Planner puts us about 59 degrees for a high temperature today. If you're on the call, I want to say hi to you. Marilyn Bell sending me some stars. Very sweet. Thank you, Marilyn. I do appreciate that. Darcy says 26 degrees. See? Big difference. 41 Knoxville, 41 Knoxville, McGee Tyson, and 26 where Darcy is, around Roane County. Very, very interesting difference there. Kurt says, can someone please help me get food supplies? Oh my. Well, we have had some issues there, so Kurt, maybe someone can address that question. But I'm going to jump back to YouTube. Back on YouTube, I see Needed97 says good morning. And I believe Jay, who is speaking Spanish, is assuming that I am bilingual. I am not. I speak English and weather. Those are I guess I am bilingual. But that's all I speak. I can't speak Spanish, so maybe someone could translate and help me out with our friend Jay. Valley Planner, sunny skies, temperatures near 60 today. It is 6:53. Precipitation chances. Are you ready for this? Had to make some big adjustments. Well, wait a minute. I thought you had Saturday as a few showers. I've had to move it up. Everything's speeding up for early next week as the way things are trending. So we've got some rain on Friday. A very rainy Saturday now is shaping up. And then on Super Bowl Sunday, just a few showers. That's it. And it may will likely start off as rain showers on Monday, but it could end as snow showers. So if that doesn't wake you up and realize that, hey, it's still winter. It's still winter. That might happen as early as Monday. It would put you 2 days before Valentine's Day. You're off 2 days. It's okay. I can live with that. I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver. By the way, Storm Prediction Center does not show any severe weather here, just some general thunderstorms around Los Angeles and Vegas. Vegas might have some thunderstorms today. But you come back home, it's quiet across East Tennessee with a sunny day expected. Then the thunderstorm possibilities grow into the Four Corners, into Utah and New Mexico, in Colorado into Wednesday, but nothing here. And then on Thursday, if we see thunder around the lower 48 from our friends at the Storm Prediction Center, it would be up toward Minneapolis, St. Paul, and into Milwaukee up in Wisconsin and parts of Iowa. But Thursday looks another quiet day here with some hazy sun and clouds. Here's the futurecast. It's like the only thing moving, I guess, are the arrows and the clock, because we got sunny skies today. We're going to have mostly sunny skies on Wednesday. And then by the time we move into Thursday, we'll bring maybe a few extra clouds in anticipation of some rain coming in on Friday. We'll develop on Friday morning, but it'll be more scattered. I think the better chance of rain now appears to be on Saturday. So we'll keep an eye on this, and I'll revisit that this afternoon. But high pressure, our fair weather friend on Thursday, moves to our east. So it brings in more high clouds, brings in more moisture, and eventually some of these rain showers will scatter in by the time we hit the morning hours on Friday. So here's another look at the futurecast. I know temperatures are quite varied. This model still puts us in the upper 30s in Knoxville by 8 or 9:30. May not be that cold, as we've seen the variability, but by midday, most of us should be in the low 50s. That expectation, I think, is real to be in the low 50s by lunchtime. Finishing the day near 60, we'll say 59 for Knoxville, low 60s perhaps for Tellico Plains, and then we slide into tonight. It's going to get cold, at least seasonably cold. Our normal low this time of year is 31. We should be pretty close to 30 overnight tonight, and we'll find maybe just a touch of fog that would be potentially freezing fog. Just a touch. I don't think it's a widespread occurrence for the Wednesday morning time frame, but we'll find mostly clear skies, mostly sunny skies on Wednesday before more clouds roll in Thursday. So here's your forecast. It's now 6:56. I knew I'd finish on time. Sunny again today, a pleasant day. And as far as the winds are concerned, they should be out of the northeast 5 to 10 plus. Some gusts that might be higher than 10 miles per hour at times with sunny skies. Heading into today, looking for a high of 57 in White Pine, Talbot, Russellville. How about 57 for Wartburg and Dearmont? 55 for Crossville, Lake Tansy, Fairfield Glade, and Grimsley. 53 for Jamestown, 58 for Maryville, Alcoa, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, about 58 today. 58 if you're traveling to Nashville, 58 for Tri-Cities, and about 59 for, say, Jackson, Tennessee. Tonight, down to 30. It's mostly clear. It's seasonably cold. And I mentioned just a touch of fog possible as we head toward that time frame over here. But by the way, most of the cold air, which you can see illustrated here, would put us back into the upper 20s in places like Newport tomorrow morning, 27 in Morristown, 25 Middlesboro, Crater City, and you can see there are some other cold spots too into places like maybe Wartburg at 29, Kingston, Rockwood, about 29 degrees for a low temperature tonight. We take a look at the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. Let's take a look at that. Here's where it's going to really eye-dropping, maybe jaw-dropping. I guess your eyes they don't drop. But I will say this, 61 on Wednesday, bright sun, and then 61 on Thursday. And we got a weekend in the low to mid-60s, but Shazam, what's Monday doing? Rain to snow? Really? You mean there could be accumulation? There could. Some models definitely show that. I just showed you one that put some serious accumulation in southeast Georgia. Now, do I buy that just yet? No. Do I think the models are still trying to recalibrate, buffering? Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do, but they're just a tool. I've been telling you for weeks, if not months, my premium members know, I've been sounding this alarm. Now, once the models come along, everyone else is going to, they'll sound the alarm. I'm thinking Bruce Willis from Die Hard. Welcome to the party, pal. That's what's going to happen. Everybody's oh yeah, sure, it's winter. Yeah, okay. Glad that you're here. Very happy that you're here, but please know this pattern will change. May change, as I illustrated, faster than I thought it would. I thought, hey, by the time we get to Valentine's Day, but if we get to the 12th of February, and you have some snow on the ground, then you could say, yeah, I knew it, it's February. That's East Tennessee weather for you. I know, I've heard that too. Anyway, make sure if you want to be the first to hit the snow forecast, join us on Captain Accurate Premium. Would love to have you join us. It's like getting two streams of information on the same Facebook page. You're also the first to see my winter weather outlook, which is still a 15-minute video that I produced before Halloween. Before Halloween, I posted this online, and only on Premium can you see it, but it does still stand true in my view. By the way, if you haven't picked up a bottle of the all-new banana pudding milk, go bananas for flavor. So delicious. I love Weigel's. It's just better when it's fresh. Farm to store in 24. It's just better when it's with Tennessee cows. So I'm very thankful for our friends at Weigel's, the all-new banana pudding milk. I've got a couple of notes from you. Want to say and answer some questions. Kathy Clark says good morning. Ed says, I forgot to say good morning. Is there any chance this El Nino is breaking up anytime soon? Yes, indeed it is. We're going to go from one extreme to the other. We'll go from the El Nino to a very strong La Nina, which could lead itself to a very interesting summer in terms of the hurricane season. I've been talking more about that with my premium members, so you might want to join us, Ed, if that is of interest to you. Hallie Gibson says, good morning, David. And Wanda Poe says, bring on the snow. She's on snow team. Wanda Poe is on snow team. She is team snow, no doubt, for sure. Anyway, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time, and we'll talk to you very soon. Take care.